Well, good morning, Judy.
Good morning, Colin.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Diamond Chronicles, True Tales of Trade, Trust, and Betrayal. How are you? How was your weekend? We had Thanksgiving up here in Canada, and I don't know about you, but I feel like I don't want to see another turkey until next Thanksgiving.
I agree. I feel lethargic.
Like turkey dinner, and then of course I cooked a 20-pound turkey at home. I was invited to friends for turkey, and the turkey stuffing combination, I forget what it is, it's tryptophan.
Tryptophan is the
right?
chemical.
That makes you so sleepy, and it's all I can do to get up this morning. But you know what makes it interesting? I was craving turkey. Like, I seriously looked at leftover turkey.
Because you're a freak.
Thank you very much for that.
You're so welcome.
Anyway, we're here at high atop the beautiful... by the way, are we promoting Starbucks now? Is that what's going on there?
Sorry.
I don't... If they're coming on, they're going to have to pay for an endorsement, okay? So wrap that thing. You can put it back there. I don't
It's
really
in the frame?
care.
Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's PSL season, guys.
It's Starbucks. What's PSL season?
Pumpkin spice lattes. Duh. The only thing I drink in the fall time.
You know what season it is here for us? It also starts with P.
No, I don't.
It's pink season.
Oh.
How do you not know that? We've been talking about it all morning. We've been talking about it for the last 3 days. In fact, you even brought it up as the podcast talking about the Williamson Pink Diamond before it actually got sold for a record price. And I have my notes here today. I've been working out and we've been calculating some things. Like the Williamson Pink Diamond sold for $57.7 million US on the weekend. I haven't calculated that in Canadian, but does it really matter? Now, I want to share some things about this diamond, and we're going to talk about pink diamonds today because I have some pretty interesting stories of my own about super rare pink diamonds. But literally, I today am excited about what's happening in the pink diamond industry. And so the Williamson Pink was auctioned at, I believe it was a Sotheby's auction in Hong Kong on the weekend, where the record per carat, which is how much per carat?
$5.17 million per carat.
This diamond itself is 11... How many carats was
11.15.
Yeah, 11.15 carats, which, by the way, to bring it into maybe a measurement of weight you'd appreciate more, is 2.2 carats.
Grams.
It's 2.2 grams.
2.23 to be exact.
There's 5 carats in a gram. Remember this. We talk about it a lot. So it's 2.23 grams. Now, this is a diamond, so you understand. I could have it under my tongue right now, be talking.
Wait, let me see.
And it's not there, I promise. Although there are pictures of me with 10-carat diamonds on my tongue from business articles and that sort of thing. Maybe we'll post some of those on the website. But this is we talk about these diamonds, how rare they are, and certainly anything Argyle these days from the Argyle Pink Diamond Mine, now that is closed, has been skyrocketing in value, and it just seems like every single day there's a new record being set for these rare, beautiful diamonds.
This specific diamond, though, I think originated from Tanzania. So it was named after the Tanzanian mine.
That's right.
Which is a country in East Africa, if you don't know.
Look at you do geography. I'm shocked.
Me too.
Really? I didn't realize. I knew you must have some strong
One of my exes is from Tanzania, so that's the only reason I remember this.
I guess if it's one of your exes that we're using to help you geographically, I guess every country could be open.
Enough of that.
So that's an interesting fact about the stone, that it is from Tanzania. And when people talk about the actual numbers, over 90% come from the Argyle Pink Diamond Mine, which are diamonds of tremendous value nowadays, particularly if they've been documented, and you can go onto their website and in certain categories, not all, but certain categories, this is one of the fastest fastest growing hard asset classifications in the world right now are these Argyle pink diamonds, and certainly these big rare pink diamonds that can be proven natural. I was reading something about the fact that the rough the rough they paid 13.9 million for. I made notes about it here this morning, and 13.2 million for the big chunk of rough that this 12 karat diamond came from, which is so fascinating. And just to give you an idea of how rare pink diamonds really are to begin with, not the ones that come out of laboratories today, because you got to be careful, there's a lot of those as well, but the ones that were cultivated by Mother Nature.
Right. What exactly makes a diamond pink? So we know it's an element that causes these diamonds to go pink. So maybe let's tell the listeners about how it forms.
Do you have the answer?
I do, but I was
You
hoping,
do?
yeah.
Like how? Then why don't you share it? Because I know the answer.
I believe it's the presence of, not nitrogen. Nitrogen is for yellow diamonds.
It's okay to say you don't know, because you're heading in the wrong direction.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
So it's interesting though, because what I was going to talk about is the rarity of these stones. You do know the answer to this, and when I say it, you'll remember. But remember, she's the diamond apprentice. Right, always learning.
I'm
Just go
okay
to
to not
GIA
know.
on diamonds, and this whole colored diamond thing is a very exclusive market. It's a very small market. In fact, you just had to remove me from a LinkedIn group that put me in without my permission into some pink thing. It's just the rage in the world right now. But I'll say this, is that of all the diamonds that come out of the ground all over the world, if you take every color of diamond, okay, and I'm not talking about the pretty yellows and the pretty pinks and the pretty blues and the greens and, really the spectral colors, diamonds come in them all. But there's also brown diamonds, and there's also grayish, greenish, light yellow diamonds, which are not very sought after and priced accordingly. If you take the entire colored diamond market, it's 3% of all diamonds that come out of the ground all over the world. And then I was reading this morning, again, according to the GIA, the Gemological Institute, that of that 3% of all the colored diamonds, that only 5% are pink.
Interesting.
So that's how
they're very rare.
These things. Yeah, this is a very rare. You've heard me talk about them as the rare art. I call pink diamonds the Da Vinci's. What's the term they use? Which artist is it?
The Rembrandts of the gem world?
Rembrandts of the gem world. Look at you. You do remember. But pink's different, and I'll tell you why. You're right, with yellow, it's the presence of nitrogen in the stone. With blue diamonds, it's the presence of boron, like 2 parts per billion, that causes it to turn blue. But pinks are different, and this is one of the things that's made them so rare, and why for so long the Argyle pink diamond mine produced I believe it's more like 95% of the actual pink diamonds in the world. And the reason is they form through a very unique process called plastic deformation, for all you miners out there. But what plastic deformation is pressure on the crystal, or, I use the analogy to explain it to people. Remember when you were in grade 2 or 3 and you had the plastic ruler and people would pick it up and bend the ruler, and right where the ruler bent, you'd see the change in color? Pink diamonds work on that exact same principle. So the Argyle mine specifically, which, by the way, I was the as you know, and you guys may know, the first Canadian ever invited to the Argyle pink diamond mine, and I was one of 5 people selected to be an authorized distribution partner for the Argyle pink diamond. So if you're thinking of investing, and lots of people are today, I'm someone you can talk to about that. For sure. I'm one of the leading experts in the world. And so So what caused it, though, is, at a normal mine, all diamonds were developed somewhere near the center of the earth, under fire and heat, kind of like the Superman analogy, where he takes a chunk of coal and squeezes it hard, and, it turns into a diamond. That's not scientifically how it happens. But what happened with these diamonds, scientists believe, it's not been proven yet, this is still a theory, is where the Earth's crust in this part of Australia, just outside of Perth, Australia, where I visited the offices many, many times, and I have invoices here from buying millions of dollars worth at a time, is when the diamonds came up to the surface, they hit the surface, and unlike regular mines where they would just explode out or get out somewhat easily, in this part of the world, the Earth's crust is so thick that the pressure caused the molecules in the pure carbon to twist. And this has resulted in them being pink. So plastic deformation is the actual reason.
Okay, very interesting.
Isn't it? So if you take the Argyle mine, now that it's closed, they said they did 90%. I believe they produce more like 95% of the world's pink diamonds. But after that, they're found randomly and apparently in Tanzania, where you have an X that comes from. So right?
Very fascinating stuff, though. So pink diamonds are different than any other color diamond in the way that they're formed.
In the way that they form, which adds to the rarity.
Yeah.
The scientists say now that the Argyle's closed, and in all fairness, a tier 1 diamond producing mine, they haven't found one since the early 80s, so they say, although I don't believe they're really looking that hard anymore.
No?
Particularly, well, it's all white diamonds, and who needs them from Mother Nature anymore?
True.
That's a subject for another time.
True.
But rare pink diamonds that can be proved, authentic. Again, I always defer to Argyle and the amazing job that they've done with their pink diamonds. And the fact that Rio Tinto, who owns the Argyle Pink Mine, has recommitted to pink. I always say it's got to be because the head guys at Rio Tinto. Rio Tinto, by the way, if you don't know, is the second biggest mining company in the world. And they owned, or I guess still own, the Argyle Pink Diamond Mine. They've committed to the maturation of the product that they produced and have a whole new program in place to make sure the prices go up and continue to go up. And they should go up. This is truly a rare item in the world. It's rare in how they form. It's rare in how many there are. Not in every category, but in most categories.
And there's no price volatility. These things appreciate and they don't depreciate.
That's right. They only go up in value. It's quite an interesting situation. Unlike other hard assets like gold and silver, where there's
fluctuations,
like we've seen with gold recently. Although overall gold is a great investment, as I was telling my daughter the other day, buy gold, put it in the safe.
Yeah.
Also these natural fancy colored diamonds, and the way the marketplace is going with price transparency, we're starting to see more and more transparency in terms of the asset pricing. So you can understand pricing nowadays, where the industry really didn't want people to understand pricing anymore. If you take your time to sit down, that I've been working with one of the local universities here, their mathematics department, for 3 years, developing an algorithm for the valuation of these things. So, and happy to share it for those people who are looking for it. So that's pink. That's pink. I mean, that's really what's going on today in the market. I have to believe, given, there was another huge pink that sold, the Blue Moon? No, the Moon or something. I can't remember the name of it. It's okay. We don't need to worry about it. That sold for more money, but not a higher price per carat.
Right.
Because of the rarity. And so smaller pink is selling for much more, it sold for half that amount. I mean, $5 million US per carat.
Crazy.
57.5. You can put it under your tongue and talk, and people don't know it's there. You can walk across borders. They call it stealth wealth, right? And this, when we talk about this aspect of it, And I mean, you can Google this at home yourself and see the prices set for at Sotheby's and Christie's and these huge mines. And we also saw last week are these huge auction houses. We also saw was it brown red that went through?
Orangey red.
Orangey
Yeah.
red that went through You're really sharp these days, eh?
I'm so well rested after the Thanksgiving weekend.
But yeah, orangey red, a ridiculous price. It went in,
Yeah.
they were asking how much for it, 100. They figured it would auction 100. Was it Bonhams, I think, was the auction house? I can't remember right now.
Can't remember off the top of my head.
It was Heritage.
Heritage.
And the stone was 150,000 US. They thought they would get, and they got 1.8 million.
Like astronomically.
12 times
Yeah.
the value or something. Like
Crazy.
crazy stuff. This is what's going on in the diamond marketplace for fancy colored diamonds. Now, don't think it's every single one. It's not. There's select classifications. We can help you with that. That's what we do. When we sit here and do these podcasts and we talk about these things and we share our expertise, it's because we're in these markets every single day. We're students of the business. As you can probably tell, she's getting to be a better student than me. But now you have your GIA certification and everything, I guess. and so it's fun. The other thing I liked about the Williamson diamond, and it's funny because I was talking to someone about a pink diamond we have for sale recently, and I referred to it to give you guys an idea of what the color looks like as bubblegum pink. And that's the color of this stone. If you go online and have a look, I mean, it looks
beautiful.
like Hubba Bubba.
Yeah, I was going to say Hubba
Like,
Bubba.
it looks like
Yeah.
Hubba Bubba pink diamond, pink gum. And even the piece of Hubba Bubba, I think, is bigger than the size of this diamond. I mean, that's how crazy this is. So these are the most concentrated form of wealth on the planet, except for some sort of radiated. What was it? We got one of our listeners sent us a message about a uranium that was more expensive.
Right.
We
right.
don't sell uranium.
We unfortunately,
it's reminded me of
guys.
Sheldon
Sorry.
Cooper off The Big Bang Theory. we don't deal in that anything that can kill us,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But yeah, there we go. So it's the most concentrated form of wealth on Earth. It's stealth wealth. All the countries in the world.
195
Is there
countries.
Because this goes back and forth, and I mean, it could go up or down right now with everything going on in Russia and the Ukraine.
Yeah, every country in the world, all 195 of them, trade in diamonds.
They trade in diamonds. And so it's an asset all over the world. I mean, and nowadays, one of the issues that there used to be with pink diamonds was liquidation. But now if you look at what's happening in the marketplace, the demand is outstripping supply by so much. We work with clients and we try to find them diamonds. We can't find them anymore. And again, if you have an Argyle pink where you can log into the Argyle pink diamond mine and see
Literally
your certificate
look it up, yeah.
and verify the stone. Again, I want to stress, not in all categories, but in most categories, or in some categories, I guess, this is a real asset. And these things are going to skyrocket in price due to the most basic law of economics, which is supply and demand. I seem to be spraying a lot today. Am I?
You are spraying all the time. What
is this like? I've got dental issues, okay?
Oh, you've got more than just dental issues. I always tell Colin, say it, don't spray it.
Okay, stop, okay?
Oh, my eye.
Maybe you should start wearing those dentist glasses when we talk. Honestly, I get excited talking about these things, and that's what kind of happens, I guess. I salivate when you don't want to know this. People don't. Can we edit that part out?
No.
I know you won't, but
We're going to be
please?
as raw as possible.
So there. I mean, what else can we say? I mean, this is, it's definitely one of the secrets of the wealthy. They've been doing this for a long time. I can tell you personally that, we had clients. It was funny because years and years ago, I had a very wealthy client who we were talking about them, and he would come get them for me, and still does, frankly. And, I said to him one day, I said, why do you why do you buy these? What are you doing with them? And, he said, well, we don't actually just buy them. He said, we looked around, Colin. We know that you have the best price in the marketplace. But he said, we invest in them. And he said, one of the secrets, and this is a billionaire family, one of the secrets in our family about investing is we don't like to invest in things that go down in value. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, what an investment strategy, right? Mm-hmm. And so anyway, there you go. There you have it. That's what's going on in the pink diamond markets today. It's a very exciting time. Mm-hmm. If you can get them, get them. Talk to us first, though, about it and any qualities. I spend a lot of time online now looking at the astronomical retail prices. We don't sell for retail, but the astronomical retail prices that are being asked. And it's, I guess the word I would use is it's exciting, mm-hmm. right? To see what's going on in the market. There's verification. We always talk about this. There's third-party verification to know what your asset's worth. We can recommend all of that. And if you really want one, you're probably going to find we're the best people to deal with to own one.
Mm-hmm. And if you were to invest in a pink diamond, you can actually put it in a piece of jewelry and wear it, right?
That's such a girl thing to say. That is such a girl thing to say.
Well, I am a female.
It's funny. I will suggest this to guys, and they'll go, "Oh no, she shouldn't even know I have it."
Oh,
and I'm like, "Really?" Yeah. So, but it's true. I mean, this is wearable.
Yeah, it's wearable.
It was. What was I reading the other day though about when they wear these jewels that they get replicas made? In fact, I spoke to you this morning about 2002 when I flew to Hotel de Berguet. At that time was one of the 3 most prestigious hotels in the world, to the Argyle private high security pink diamond tender, mm-hmm. and got in there and ended up on a blind bid acquiring for just over $500,000 US, a 2-carat round brilliant, mm-hmm. fancy intense purplish pink SI2 clarity diamond that I gotta think today that stone's worth at least $20 million US. Crazy, right?
You don't have it anymore, do you?
No, I don't. In fact, the client who has held it the whole time, on my recommendation, he has a nice collection of Argyles. I texted him this morning and said, I can't even imagine what it's worth anymore. As an Argyle stone, I mean, one from Tanzania, that's one thing, but these Argyle diamonds are so coveted.
The mines are closed, mm-hmm. and the color,
closed, right? Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. So yeah, there you go. We're starting off Pink Week here, mm-hmm. right? With the talk of pink diamonds, and we're going to be back next week.
If you have any questions on how to get started, give us a call.
What makes a good pink different from a not so good pink? Start with the color, mm-hmm. Verification, certification. We can help with all those things to make sure that it's a safe, secure, and lucrative, mm-hmm. The potentially very lucrative acquisition. So that's it.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone, and we will see you next week.
Look forward to it.
Bye.
Bye, Judy.